watched the light as it set from the sun. All the ways we could run, all the ways we could run. Oh my, yeah. Can you see the light from outer space?
All right, looks like we're back.
That's right, we are back. Sasha Specker joining myself, Eric Apple. Good to have Specs back in here for the women's final. That's right, 25 minutes. Woman-on-woman heat. Emma Cobb, the Australian, taking on Alexandra Rinder from the Canary Islands. She's actually German, but she grew up in the Canaries, and it's her first competition overseas in South America, and she's already making the finals, and she is definitely stoked, as is PLC, her mentor, so something must be in the water in the Canaries.
Absolutely. I think PLC has done an awesome job just to take her under the wing and get her here and make her who she has become here today. Definitely contributed in some way or another. Emma Cobb just coming a little bit unstuck there. And that's what happened during that last ad break.
So she got a 2 on that wave.
Well, it's maybe good to get that out of the way, the beginning of the heat, and just start fresh. She's got a bit of time now, and she can work with that. So this is a 25-minute heat, is that right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so we got 25 minutes in this heat, and 2 girls, woman on woman, and winner takes. What does the winner walk away with here? Do you know?
I'm sorry?
Do you know what the winner walks away with?
I do know what the winner walks away with. The winner walks away with $4,000 and 2,000 points.
Wow. Okay.
And it's cash, buddy.
Second place, 1720 points and $2,800. That's a seriously good payday.
And it's cash.
That's nice.
Did you get cash?
Cash wins every time.
Cash rules everything around me.
You can see Alex Uranga on your screen. He has just won that second semi-final, which means he's the second guy into the men's man-on-man final, as we see Alex Rinder spinning in the flats and just keeping busy. And kicks out of that one as it peters out off the reef into some deeper water. And it looks like the waves have slowed down a bit. I haven't been sitting in the booth for a while, but from the beach I can see it's definitely slowed down a little since this morning.
The tidal change, I think, has something to do with it, because there's still plenty of swell in the water. It's just not working at the moment.
I definitely feel like there's still a lot of swell around. It just seems like it's slowed down. Maybe the peak of the swell was this morning during some of those early rounds of the men and women today. And
I was looking at the surf conditions all over the Pacific. Chopu is reporting over 25 feet today.
Wow. Okay, well, that's some crazy stuff. I mean, here in Antofagasta, we can't be complaining. It's been pumping all day. We're lucky. This wind never really came up, and we're still looking at semi-glassy conditions. And this is the replay of Alex Rinder. Smooth spin in the flats.
Couple tummy twirls.
Totally. She's just getting started. I guess both of those waves for Alex and Emma probably won't end up in their top 2 scoring rides, but nonetheless, good way to open the count and keep busy while there are 20 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
3.75 coming in for Alex's first wave, Sasha, and that's going to momentarily put her up in the lead, but like we said, in a 25-minute heat, hopefully neither of those waves will count towards the 2.
I think they'll definitely be replaced, both of them. And here's a replay of that same wave, just again. A quick spin, and another one, maybe just dusting off the cobwebs, just getting in a little bit in the flow, like loosening up a little bit. She knows there's time, and she's just going to start again, get back out there, find her rhythm, and
nothing wrong with the warm-up.
She's here to win. She's definitely here to win. She's shown that in the previous heats, and so is Emma Cobb. Taking out good friend and fellow countrywoman Lily Pollard in that first semi-final. So she must be pumped to be in this final, walking away with at least $2,800 and 1,720 points.
I'll tell you what else. I mean, for her to come out here on one of her first events, I know this is not her first event, but for one of her first events to come out here and to make a final, and if she wins, she is 100% putting the other female bodyboarders on notice.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm here, you better pay attention, it's on.
Totally. Alexandra Rinder, for instance, she's only been, how old is she, 15?
15 years old.
She's 15 years old, and, having a performance like this is incredible. As I say that.
In red, Emma Cobb, the Australian, who was intimidated by her heats earlier, told me, she's like, I got all these tough heats. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And look at her making it through the quarters, semis, and finals now.
She's just keeping busy. I think that was also another one of those waves. She thought there might be a bit of a section off the end, and it just kind of fattened out as it ran off the reef. Looks like the tides come in here quite a bit as well, and making it a little bit more difficult for these girls to find ramps. But nonetheless, she did well here. A good controlled spin. Pretty critical section of the wave.
Yep.
And rides out of it. Comes a little carve reverse here off the end. Throws a bit of spray.
A little higher score than the wave before from Alexandra. So Emma with a 3.78. She is currently in the lead, but Alexandre only one wave, so things are going to certainly change back and forth multiple times, I believe.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that that's going to be the situation here. And Emma Cobb kind of getting the better of that exchange, as you mentioned. That might just keep her in a better feeling like state out there. You got a slightly higher score than your competitor. It's just that little edge that you might just have. You now require less to take out this final at the 2013 Antofagasta Bodyboard Festival. On your screen, Pierre-Louis Costes looking serious as ever. He's come here to win as well, and he's going to be competing against fellow European powerhouse Alex Uranga, who managed to win that second semi-final against Brazil's high-flying Heliton Loureiro. So there on your screen, you can see the men's final. Pierre-Louis Costes and Alex Uranga, those guys are getting ready. They'll be entering the water in about 18 minutes, or they'll probably be entering the water in about 10 minutes time, getting ready, getting in the zone. Alex just having a little bit of fruit there, putting some sunscreen on. He's a pretty chill guy, but you don't want him in your heat, I can tell you that much. Turns into an animal. And the boys having a little power. They look like they're good friends. I mean, on tour they always get along very well and always joking around, which is good, keeping it light-hearted. And as soon as they step into the water, things get very serious.
Oh, yeah,
Pierre
for
just
sure.
saluting the crowd and making his way down to the beach. And, Alex Uranga, thank you very much for coming. And I'm here to take this event out. Watch out.
And look at all the Chilenos on the beach.
It's been an awesome crowd, awesome turnout for this event.
Awesome, just participation in this sport all together, I mean, for so many bodyboarders, both male and female in this country, it blows me away.
I couldn't believe it. This is my first time down to Antofagasta, and it's been amazing. The amount of people that you just see stop in the street when you're walking down and get some food from the supermarket. They're like, hey, from the Bodyboard Festival, do you need a ride? Where are you going? Where are you staying? How long are you here for? Like, let us help you out. It's been amazing. They've been such welcoming and friendly people here. It's been awesome. You see Alex just signing a couple of autographs before his heat. Bit of a distraction, maybe a good thing. Get rid of the nerves.
Yeah, kind of keep loose.
Exactly.
Don't
so
focus too hard.
He's gonna just maybe one or two more of those and make his way out into the water and start thinking a little bit more serious. What do we got going on here?
Alexandra Rinder from the Canaries on her second wave.
Just kind of spins off the back there. She didn't like the look of that. I think her body language showed everything. She was coming off the bottom, looking for a bit of a section. Noticed that it was just turning into a bit of a fat, open face and just spinning off the back, ready to get back out there for another one.
And she needs a bigger, stronger wave to really push her for her to be able to do any maneuvers of consequence as far as big rolls, flips, or ARSs for sure.
She definitely doesn't hold back. I've noticed that this event. So she's always been on
100%.
set waves, doing big backflips and ARSs and rolls. So
Her
I'm sure we're going
second
to see
wave
plenty
score
more of that.
coming through the 2.03, Sasha, 2.03 for Alexandra Rinder, who they're actually tied, both with 5.78. However, Emma has a higher score of 3.78, so that would, if it was a tiebreaker, that would come down to it. But still too many more waves to come in this heat as I see some sets coming through.
Let's see if one of the girls are in position here. Maybe Emma Cobb, who has priority at this point. She will be able to take the pick of any wave she likes with no interference from Alexandra Rinder. And Emma having a look at that, just looking back over her shoulder, doesn't like it, lets it go. It looks like a good wave on your screen there, but I bet you down the line it probably closed out. It had too much foam on the face, so maybe a good call. She knows what she's doing. She's worked her way all the way into the final, and she's not going to fall short, that's for sure.
So these girls fighting over $6,800 in the finals. 4,000 goes to the winner, 2,800 to the second place finisher. Again, 2,000 points to the winner, 1,720 points to the second place finisher. And look at this wave for red. Emma, paddling over. It looks like a good wave.
She doesn't like it. It looked like it maybe ran off the reef a little. She could definitely see that. There you can see it just doubled up into a bit of a fat, off the back kind of ride. Good option. She's maybe looking for something bigger like this. Emma Cobb into something serious.
Nice set wave. Good patience. And this is a real wave for Emma.
This is what she maybe needs in the final. Kind of getting stuck in the foam a little bit here. But she was looking for a section. That wave just kept doubling up and having bump, and she couldn't really negotiate much out of it. I guess you have to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, I got a little
That's
bit
the only way. You got to take that risk when you take off, especially out here. You don't really know what it's going to do down the line. And she did well to just have a go. She pulled out when she realized there wasn't enough scoring potential in that wave. And that might just be working out in her favor as this heat counts down.
Certainly is. 13 minutes and 20 seconds ago, so almost halfway through. A good-sized set wave for Emma Cobb, who got a 2.05 on that wave.
You could see she had a little setup turn there, slowed her down to get her back in the pocket.
Yep.
She was looking for that roll maybe further down the line on that second section. It looked like it just had a weird double-up warble and just kind of crumbled down from behind the wave almost, and it didn't really offer her much. She still is in the lead by a fraction, but she's going to be looking to replace probably both of those scores.
As we see IBA World Tour manager Alex Leon walking past our commentator's booth, and he's paying out these semifinalists and finals. Cash money. It's got to be good feeling going with cash.
There's a couple of happy people out here today collecting a bit of a paycheck, and going to be some very happy riders here with some serious points going towards their World Tour campaign to re-qualify for, or just to qualify for 2014.
Well, again, and this is a women's World Tour event.
Absolutely.
So tell me this. If Alexandra Riener, she's not qualified for the Women's World Tour, is she?
No, she's not.
She was like a wild card.
Pretty much. She's an unseeded rider at this point.
Tell me this. Does she get any points towards the World Tour for this event or no?
Absolutely. She's in it.
Only in the qualifying events?
Anyone who enters these events and makes it through the rounds, that's where she's come from. She's come from some seriously early rounds and fought her way here to the last day and into the final. She walks away with those points and with the money. So if she does make it to one or two more events, makes it through the trials and into those high rounds where the serious points get awarded, she could possibly even walk away with a world title without actually qualifying for the 2013 World Tour.
Could you imagine that?
It's possible. I've heard of some serious sports history stories happening. I'm going to name one in surfing. Well, Tom Curran actually won a world title as a trialist back in the day.
In the 80s?
Somewhere like
88?
that. Yeah, somewhere like that. I wouldn't even know the year. I just know that was the story, and it's a pretty cool story. Nonetheless, I think Alexandra Rinde might be the first in bodyboarding to do something like that.
Tom Curran was pretty much one of the most awesome surfers. As we see in red, Emma Cobb driving. Oh, roll section good. Looking clean, nice cutback right here. She's going to throw a forward 360 in the section. Yes.
She does, keeping it very tight.
Crystal ball.
Technical. Crystal ball. She's got it. Just a little reverse. And she's going to hold on to this. She wants to ride out of it, show the judges she's got control. This is the final.
Be a 6 or so.
For sure. I reckon it'll be a pretty good score. She had a nice big roll on a pretty solid section. As we see Alexandra Rinde looking at this second wave of the set.
Ball
pretty
section.
heavy section. And it just doesn't work out for her. A bit of experience maybe lacking just when choosing that wave. It had a bit of white water on the face, a lot of lump, and that maybe just didn't work out in her favor. Here you can see a replay. Emma Cobb, just nice clean roll, lands smooth.
Kept her speed.
And I like how she just faded back with a nice carve here, pocket spin, and just keeps it moving.
At least, yeah, she's acting like she's been here before.
Absolutely. Well, she has for the past few days.
I meant in the finals of competing.
So Emma Cobb definitely getting the better out of that exchange, and we're just waiting for a score to drop. Once that's in, we will let you know. And a nice pulled back view there. You can see that inside reef really getting exposed. Maybe the tide's actually going out again, and the swallows just died off a little. As we can see Alexandra Rinde, a little replay, heavy section here, and it just kind of crumbled down on her and didn't give her any opportunity to get any score of consequence. She opted to duck out, cut her losses, get back out there. She might just get priority over Emma if she gets out there before her.
It is possible.
And there you go, on your screen. What do we got?
We're still waiting for a score from Emma Cobb, right?
I think that was Emma Cobb's.
The 6.25 was her best score?
6.25. That must have been that last wave.
Yeah, it was. 6.25 was Emma Cobb's best wave of the finals, and the best wave for either of the riders in the finals. Again, 6.25, so that adds to her 3.78. Total 10.03. Alexandra Riener bringing up the rear with a 3.75 and a 2.03. And, man, she is nowhere near her potential as of yet. But with 8 minutes and 55 seconds to go, we've already got over almost 17 minutes gone in this heat. She still has not really got a wave that she wants. And that is, like you said, showing her lack of experience, and she might not be able to perform up to her potential when it matters the most.
Well, you know what? It matters the most before the buzzer goes, so there is plenty of time. I want to say she might be young. She might not have surfed as many events as Emma or any of the other girls here, but I reckon she can do it. She can pull anything out the bag. I definitely do not doubt her for a second.
So a good solid score over 6.25 with that roll and 2 spins for Cobby.
And Emma Cobb's been on good form throughout this event. She's made it through a fair few heats and put on a great performance and show, especially for the local crew. And there's some local girls here too that entered the event and have been down on the beach supporting their fellow female athletes. And it's been awesome to see how the turnout for the ladies Grand Slam event has been. And I mean, for anyone who follows the girls in sport and bodyboarding in specific, this is something awesome to watch. These girls are really pushing the limits.
And look at the set coming in.
Of ladies in sport. So, you know, hats off. Good work, girls. You can see the girls just repositioning here.
Good looking wave for Alexander Rinder. No, doesn't like it.
She had priority there, and she showed like she paddled. She just lost priority. I just heard the beach commentator just mentioning that Alexander Rinder gave up priority by looking at that wave, by showing those 2-3 paddles that she did. Wasn't much commitment, but it definitely put her on the back foot now because Emma Cobb, 7 minutes remaining, she needs to just back up that score. She needs to replace a 3.78, and she can pick and choose any way she likes.
Look at this. Here it is. Emma Cobb on a good size left, hooking into it. She's going to cut back with a 360. Nice.
And she's looking for a little section here or something. Spin in the pocket. She's keeping busy. Anything goes here. Another carve reverse.
3 spins now on that wave, and that's probably going to replace her 3.78 like you said. Remember, you guys who are watching this, you should be subscribed to our YouTube page, IBA World Tour. Also, check out our website, ibaworldtour.com if you haven't already. And don't forget all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You should be following us or liking each one of those. Here's the replay. Nice cutback reverse.
Emma Cobb really smooth here. Pocket spin. Nice carve reverse. Does another one here just to show I'm not done yet. The wave kind of just fades out. Doesn't give her much scoring potential after that.
But a 4.45 nonetheless for Emma Cobb, increasing her lead over Alexander Rinder, who needs a 6.95. So, man, I mean, even though that Alexander Rinder is a newcomer to the sport, it's almost like an upset to see Emma Cobb, you know, beating her like this because we know Alexander Rinder is capable of so much, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, the flips, like I said many times, the flips I saw her do the other day are better than half the guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I second that. But, you know, nonetheless, you got to see that Emma Cobb is in first position. She has made the most out of this final. And she has shown her experience and that she is worthy of being in that spot right now.
Of course.
You know, it's a well-earned placing. And not to take anything away from Alexandra, but I think 5 minutes and 30 seconds is plenty of time for her to redeem herself and come back in this final. I think she can do it.
6.95 would be a big score for any of the female riders to bring in. But we know she can do it, like you said. And here she is.
And we see here, this looks like Emma Cobb again.
Yeah, it is.
She's keeping busy. And doesn't like the look of that. Yeah. Pulls out. She's had enough.
Well, she did that priority, so she had nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
5 minutes exactly to go. 5 minutes exactly to go here at this Women's World Tour event. GoPro IBA Tour. This is as big as it gets in the world of women's bodyboarding. As we see Emma drop it in, having a look. Nothing doing. She pulls right out.
Body language just shows so much. She just had a little look around, pulled off, and really showed that she didn't like that wave and getting straight back out there. She didn't have priority. So just having a look at that wave kind of paid off. She had nothing to lose. All is good. And
Alexander Rinder with priority, looking for a 6.95, a little over 4 minutes to go. And this is Alexander Rinder. Take a look at this wave. No.
This is the ladies' final.
Yes, it is.
This is the ladies' final. Antofagasta Pro.
Yeah.
Bodyboard Festival.
2013 Antofagasta Bodyboard Festival presented by Budeo Bodyboard Club and Revel.
Live. This is live.
Specs sitting next to me, Eric Apple, your host for the IBA Tour, and I'm stoked to be here in Chile. Our stay has come to an end, though. Tomorrow we will be headed out to Brazil.
Right.
3 minutes, 55 seconds
Let's
to go.
see what happens here. This is some seriously interesting stuff unfolding. Alexander Rinder stroking into that. Just
losing
couldn't
priority
actually
again.
get it and gave up priority. Another. Wow, this is serious.
Twice now she's done it.
So she definitely thought she had that, and she was in a good position to get it. You could see she actually looked back to see what the wave did. She kind of maybe felt like, oh, I should have been on that. That was a good wave. And
Pressure could be getting to her.
wow. I wonder if she knows the actual situation with this priority. If you paddle for something that you lose priority.
She must know.
Surely at this point of the competition, she would have picked up that doing that kind of stuff.
I'm sure PLC, you know,
He would have been mentoring and coaching her to that point,
Yeah.
to that degree, and
he
explaining that
would.
to her.
I'm sure he's discussed it with her multiple times.
But nonetheless, look, her performance is incredible, and I think even without any priority errors or anything like that, she's put on an amazing show here, and this is something that she's going to walk away learning a lot from.
No matter what, at 15 years old, making the finals, win or lose in the finals, I mean, she's made a statement.
Absolutely. So she's having a look at this. She knows she needs to get busy. She's looking for a
Okay, here she is.
5.95 on the inside here.
6.95.
Sorry,
6.95 she leads.
6.95. My apologies. In and out.
2.5 minutes to go, Sasha.
Oh, she's looking very desperate here. And her body language almost looks like she's kind of given up a little. And it's not over yet. I wish I could tell her that right now. That she needs to just keep fighting. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Get back out there. There is plenty of time for you to get that score.
Yeah, and she's, one of the few women who is capable of ARSs and backflips. And if she does one of those, I mean, a 6.95 is an easy score.
Absolutely.
Here it is, Emma Cobb, though, on the left. Oh,
In
now
and out.
she's losing priority.
Well, it depends where Alexander Rinder is
she's
in that
farther out.
lineup. If Alexander Rinder is closer in and not on the peak, Emma Cobb can really paddle and look at any wave she likes without losing any priority. But it looks like both girls here are going to get caught on the inside and are going to have to be dealing with some serious duck diving
spin
and
that
paddling.
wave.
That was a good wave set. Sorry, a good set wave. Unloading here in Antofagasta as we see both girls just dealing with some serious white water rolling in across the reef. Counting down.
Yeah, 1 minute, 20 seconds ago. Alexander Rinder is got to be feeling the nerves now. It's do or die here any moment. And now it's a set wave coming through. Who knows if there's going to be another wave even offered to her by the ocean here in the next 60 seconds.
I want to say fatigue could have been a serious serious issue here as well,
And possibly, mental fatigue.
Absolutely. It's been a long day of some serious competition. The waves were pretty solid early on. The girls, they had to battle with some big waves, heavy conditions, and, fighting your way all the way to the final. They would have served 3-4 heats today.
Yeah.
That's pretty serious, And you can see both of them.
Four heats these girls served today.
So there we go. 4 heats today these girls have served. So that's
And it's not just the amount of time in the water and how much calories you're burning and that, your muscles being tired. It's emotions.
absolutely.
You're suiting up, you're going out in the water multiple times, waiting for your scores, wondering if you're making it through. It's an emotional battle as well as a physical one.
a nervous roller coaster.
Sure is. 15 seconds ago, and that looks like it's going to be it for Alexander Rinder with a total of 5.78. Emma Cobb, the Australian, with a 6.25 and a 4.45 is going to be your unofficial winner of the 2013 Antofagasta Bodyboard Festival. She is excited. Look at her.
She is pumped. You can see that body language, just fist pump in the air, splashing some water up in the air, and even high-fiving Alexander Rinder. That's some good sportsmanship over there. The two of them really stoked with their performances, and they should be.
Don't celebrate too much. Here comes a set.
They're used to this. They've been doing this all day, and it doesn't really matter now anymore. They'll just get washed in, scamper over the rocks, and they'll be high-fiving each other all the way up the beach. So well done to Emma Cobb, the 2013 Antofagasta Pro Bodyboard Festival Women's Champion, and she walks away with $4,000
and 2,000
points towards her Grand Slam Series world title campaign.
That's insane, and I'm sure that all the girls, especially Lily is going to be so excited for her. I mean, it's her roommate. They traveled here together. They got to be excited.
Totally. These girls are amazing down here. They all support each other and spur each other on. So it's going to be a good vibe on the beach here. Some big celebrations going down. And I'm pretty sure we got some serious parties going on here tonight with some big bands playing and a good vibe on the beach. So I'm pretty excited to be a part of these festivities.
For sure, for sure. Congratulations to Emma Cobby, who was commentating with me earlier and as well yesterday. So I'm very excited to see her do so well. That means it's time for the finals of the men's GQS event here.
Alex Uranga.
That's
and
right. PLC, Pierre-Louis Costez, former world champ.
This is going to be a serious heat. Alex Uranga from Euskadi, which is the Basque country, has been putting on an amazing performance out here. Semi-finals, I saw him do one of the biggest rolls of the event. Unfortunately, not landing it, but seriously putting his body on the line.
Yeah.
Pierre-Louis Costez, I mean, he
Huge.
never falls short of an amazing performance, being huge backflips into the flats.
The guy backflips like it's a belly spin.
Seriously. So I think we're going to have some serious action in this next heat. Men's final, 25 minutes long. We have 24 minutes remaining, so
Yep.
that 1 minute is already gone.
So real quick, before we get to the finals and me and Specs bring it to you, we're going to throw to a commercial. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors with the men's final. Okay, maybe not.